Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Rush. We are at part 2, and this is going to be fantastic. We're going to kick things off with Myers versus Leatherface. We also have Art versus Pennywise, so some really good ones. And yeah, we're starting off here. So Myers and Leatherface. 2 out of 3 falls for all of these tonight. And so far, it's been I didn't love the first 2. So hopefully, I just want a really competitive one. That's all I asked for, is a really competitive matchup. And this is a very good one. I put these two together for a reason. Because Leatherface and Myers, you talk about 2 brutes. They have the size, too. Having Chucky versus Leatherface would not be as fun. So that's why we went with Ghostface versus Chucky. And, of course, we got the clowns later on. Art and Pennywise. And that should be a lot of fun also. But let's compare the Halloween franchise to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Which I think, obviously, Halloween has the better movies overall. However, I do think the first Texas Chainsaw might be the best of both franchises. But after the first one, it gets pretty rough. The second one's okay. The third one's just very average. And then I didn't even watch 4. I heard it was very terrible. The Next Generation, I think it's called. And the one with Jessica Biel's okay. And the beginning I actually don't mind. And I actually don't mind the newer one that came out recently. I never did watch the 3D one. I heard that was terrible and it looked really bad. As for Halloween, I think it has a lot of duds, in my opinion. If we compare the two, Halloween, the first one is really good. It's definitely top 20, along with the first Texas Chainsaw. Both of them are classics. Both classic 70s movies. And then Halloween 4 would have to be up there, too. And then I like the first Rob Zombie Halloween, and 2's okay. The 2018 one's not bad either. But then there's a bunch of duds. Halloween 3 is a dud. I don't like number 6, whichever one that is. And Resurrection is another dud. The Halloween franchise is not the best franchise. I still think the one with the most thumbs up is the Friday the 13th. If we have to look at the franchises. I think it has the most that are good. And maybe I'm saying that because I'm a Jason fan, but I really like the lore behind Michael. But, of course, they mess it all up. Oh, my goodness. When we get to number 6, by the end of number 5, we're all just scratching our heads, wondering, what the heck is this? And it kind of seems interesting, but by the time they explain in the next movie, it's really bad. Like, really bad. So, yeah. But I do love Leatherface as a character. I think he's probably one of my favorites. I would have to really think about it, but it's between him and Jason. It's just Jason has the better movie, so he's going to win that matchup. But Leatherface is the coolest. You know, he wears human skin. He has the chainsaw. He's like a brute, and he's very aggressive also. And he will chase you. He's super fast. He's a big guy, but he's super fast. And how he just wields the chainsaw. And I think the chainsaw is more intimidating than a knife or a hammer or something like. The sound of it is just horrifying enough. And it's also real brutal how it cuts. So it's just overall, Leatherface, I just think is one of the coolest. And I know he uses that hammer too in that one scene. Oh wow, that scene was crazy. I never did like his family. His family's super annoying. That's one downfall of the franchise, and I think they're probably meant to be that way. But I mean, they're just downright annoying, and they kind of annoy me more than they entertain me. With the exception of Grandpa. Grandpa is amazing. I love Grandpa. He is an amazing. I don't even know, is Grandpa alive or what? In the first one. I can't figure it out. I think he's dead, and they just still have him in the wheelchair or something, but I thought it was. I love the first movie. The first movie's in my top 20 horror movies, and so is the first Halloween. But so far, we are still at a tie here. Michael's got a shovel, so he is about to go to work. And wow, Leatherface with a nice counter there. And look there. Leatherface throwing him in. And Myers is in trouble. Maybe not. I don't know who I guess I'm rooting for Leatherface, but I do like both of them. I know most people are rooting for Michael, and Michael does bring a lot of people in. Every time I have him in, he brings a lot of people in. People love him. They just love him. He's just a legend. And Leatherface slamming Michael's head. And look at these two. Uh-oh. I thought we were going to get the back and forth. I love the back and forth. It's awesome. And look at the roll-up. Wow, Leatherface with the roll-up. All right. And a kick out there. And look at that. Oh, the guillotine. Oh, man. That's a crucial submission. And Myers gets right out of it. Myers with the stick. Oh, wow. Just beating on Leatherface with the stick. And, oh, good counter there by Leatherface. Gets right out of it. And this might come down to the wire. I really want a competitive one. We kind of saw it in the first part, but, it could be better. It could be better. I was very disappointed with the first one, which, the first match at least. That I was really disappointed in that one, because I felt like the person who won shouldn't have won, but, it's AI versus AI. And now it's trash time. And look at that. Oh, wow. That was amazing. What an amazing move there. Good choke slam by the one, the only. And look at Myers with the strike. And Myers takes the steps to him. Wow. And he is feeling that one. And this is, I mean, they cannot do anything outside. They're not allowed to do any, I mean, they can't go for the pin, the submission outside. Can't do nothing. So as long as they stay out here, it will drag out, which is fun, but at the same time, it can get annoying. And oh, good counter there. Good punch. And look at this. Drop him right on his head. Drop him right on his head. Can he get a point? And no, it's not going to be that easy. You talk about resiliency. All these guys have really good resiliency. That's one thing they've always done good with. I mean, they have impossible resiliency. I mean, how many times have Myers been blown away? I mean, it's like, remember in 4 where they had to get like this special gun? And look at this. A little bit of back and forth here. Oh, wow. And I want to see him go for it. Just both of them go wide open. Because hopefully that's what we get. And I don't know who's going to win this. Come on. They're going to go for it. Yeah! Yeah! Yes, this is awesome. This is awesome. That is great. That was the best one I've ever seen. That had to be the best one I've ever seen. And he's going for it. Can he get the point? And he's got it. Wow. So 1-0. Wow, what a fight this has been. That was amazing, though. That little, boost of just going all out. A lot of fun there. And look, oh, the guillotine again. He's going to try it again. And, I mean, he could get it. He's already got 1 point. And he has definitely weakened Myers. Both of these guys have taken some damage. And look at Leatherface. He's got the hockey. Oh, man. Broke the hockey stick over Myers. Broke it over his face. I mean, these guys are just killing one another. And I love it. I know everybody loves this. This has been a really good one. Probably the best one so far, but we'll see how it ends. I mean, it's not over. And that was a nice tombstone, but Myers has got to get to it. And look at that. Barely crawling to it. He's exhausted, but he's got the point, and this is definitely the best one we've had in this Gold Rush. And next fall is going to win this thing. And Leatherface, he may take it here. And somehow Myers kicks out. Wow, what a kick out. I thought he had it. I thought it was done. But Myers, I'm telling you, Myers is the resiliency king. I mean, if you look at Halloween 1, and doing the coming up from behind and appearing, that is crazy. And we're going to see him fly. Oh, this is going to be a beauty. Look at this. Wow. This is definitely the best one. I still have to see how it ends, but I love how competitive it is. It can go either way. We've seen some good counters, too, that have, changed the outcome, I feel like. And the fact that Myers is still alive is just amazing, because he's been hit with a lot. And, well, that's just 2K logic there for you. Yeah, Myers. Oh, no way. He came back and won. He started down by 1, and then he came and made a comeback. That was kind of weird how he finished it, but I still think it's the best one, for sure. And wow, we just have one more to go, and then we will be going to our Part 3 finale, which will be a lot of fun, but Myers takes it. And what a fight. Very competitive. Loved it. And now we're going to our next one. Art the Clown versus Pennywise. I love the Terrifier. Terrifier is amazing. And I will talk about, both. This is not really a franchise comparison. I mean, there's not a bunch of movies to compare. Pennywise, I think, has about 3. So he's got the original It with Tim Curry. And then he's got It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. And then Art the Clown has Terrifier 1 and 2. And he technically has a little bit of All Hallows Eve, which is just unforgettable. I mean, it's kind of forgettable. I don't remember it at all. I don't even remember what part he's in. I just know he's in the movie. And there's more than just him in the movie. I think he does have the best part, if I'm not mistaken, but I do not recall All Hallows Eve at all. I will say this. So, the original It with Tim Curry, which I like as the clown. I think he plays a really good clown. Is not a bad film. It's not a bad film. I mean, I like Chapter 1 better of the TV series or whatever it was. And I hate the spider. I just hate the spider. But then the remakes of It with Skarsgård are way better. They're just way better than the TV series. And I mean, we're talking about, like, isn't it like 20-some years later? So the effects are way better. So they have the effects on their side. And Pennywise starting off really good here. And doesn't even get a 1 out of it, though. So I do like the original one, but I prefer the newer one because of the updates, and I think it's scarier. The projector scene is probably one of the greatest jump scares of all time. It is one of the most effective ones. Now, the Chapter 2 of the remake is not as good as the Chapter 1's a masterpiece. But the Chapter 2 part isn't as good, but it's still enjoyable. So I think overall he has a solid franchise of what he has. As for the Terrifier, 1 is pretty good, and 2's one of my favorites of all time. It's one of the best horror movies. It's one of the grossest and bloodiest ones, and one of the most creative ones I've ever watched too. I love the creativity of the director. This lore that he has for art, and then he introduces, I always forget her name, Selena. Selena's a great character. Just, she's a next generation like Neve Campbell and stuff. She is a great character, and she knows how to fight. She's really good against art, a good enemy of art, and of course he does all kinds of trauma to her also. But I've never seen nothing like the Terrifier 2. I mean, when I watched that movie, I was shocked how good it was. And Pennywise is now biting Art's face, so now Art knows how it feels, at least. But Art does go too far. He's too gory. He's way too gory. And I know he's only going to get worse. He's not going to get better. He's only going to get worse as time goes along. And Pennywise, misses very badly there. And I wanted the clown matchup. I know Hellraiser got snubbed, Pinhead got snubbed, and Jigsaw also got snubbed. I know they got snubbed, and I really didn't want to put Jigsaw in. He's just, he doesn't have the look. And the puppet is just cheating him. Because the puppet's not actually him. It's just, it represents his, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler. I think it represents his son, I believe. And here we go. I hate that ladder. It's rare that ladder ever gets used. And it just lays there and just, it's in the corner of your eye. It's just so annoying. And look at Art here. Going for a pin and a kick out there. Look at Art mocking Pennywise, and that is something that he would do for sure. Both of them have charisma to them, but Pennywise actually talks. Art does not talk, so he's like a mime, which makes him, I think, more terrifying than Pennywise. I think Pennywise can be terrifying, and I actually think the original one is a little bit more terrifying than the Skarsgård version. And Art's going for a pin here. And not even a 2. We're way too early into this. And Pennywise, a good DDT there. He had a good DDT, but not enough steel. And Art can take a lot of damage, too. I mean, these guys are known for taking damage. If they couldn't take damage, they wouldn't be who they are. I mean, the horror guys love to take damage. You know, I mean, look what Selena did to Art. He took about everything. He just never stops coming. I mean, he can take a bunch of punishment and more. And there's still a lot of lore that we don't know about Art, and I love that dive by Pennywise. By the way, Game MLL, he made Pennywise. I think this is his. So, you all know him. He's great. He can make some really good ones. Very talented. Known for his Five Nights at Freddy's more. But he's made all kinds of stuff. So make sure you download it. Show him some support so he can make more. Nice DDT there. And a kick out. At first I thought this was going to be a slaughter, and now it's a little bit more competitive than it was. Oh, wow. Pennywise dropping Art. And oh my goodness, look at this camera shot. This is definitely an intern shot. It's not an intern shot. This is a, I think one of the crowd members got a hold of the camera and went underneath the ring. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is the worst camera cut I've ever seen. Ever. It better not be one of the interns, because that is definitely a failing grade, if it is. That was horrible. And look at Pennywise here. And Art with the punches to the... Oh, and Art, I think, tried to go for a low blow, and instead he got a knee to the head. And Art just sneaking up behind him. Still no points. No points for either one. And these clowns are just beating the tar out of each other. And uh-oh. Oh, could we see it? Could we actually see it happen? Art's just... I don't know what Art's doing. Quit picking up stuff. Go right through him. And finally, he listens. And look at that. But, oh, wow, a counter. But at least he tried. It's rare that ladder gets used. And hopefully I see that ladder get broken, because I can't stand when it just lays there. It's not meant to lay there. You know, if you're going to, you know, it's like someone who, you know, is playing with a toy and just puts it out there but doesn't play with it. And then they're not going to pick it back up. So at least destroy it. Oh, we may see it. Wow. They're listening to me. I'm glad some clowns. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. And of course it disappears. That's the best part of it. When it disappears, because I hate that ladder. I hate that ladder more than anything. It's so dumb. They can never get it right. That's why we never do those. A lot of people were like, why do you never do... Uh-oh. Oh, and Art sneaking up behind Pennywise. And look at this. Oh, my goodness. Look at this move. What a move by Art. And Art going for it. Oh, my goodness. Still no points. Wow. Pennywise is loaded with finishers. And I meant to take those off, but once they score a point, you're going to see the bottom and the score anyway, so I can't stop it. I can only stop it up until, you know, a point is scored. That's just one of the features on here. I don't know why it is the way it is. And these two are not going to score a point outside. They're definitely not going to score a point there. I am wondering who is going to take this. I mean, Pennywise is loaded with, ready to go with finishers and all kinds of stuff. And that was just a total flop. And look here. And I think this is a finisher right here, but it's outside. So he's going to have to put him back in and then hope he gets a 3. And of course he throws him in the wrong direction. If that happened anywhere else, he would have put him back in and went for the pin, but he's not. That may be crucial and a big mistake also. And Art going for the pin. Can he get a point? And he does. Wow. So he finally gets point 1. And that was kind of shocking. And Pennywise just really flopped there. That was kind of shocking how he got it. I didn't expect it with that move. Because, I mean, Pennywise still had, you know, some juice on his bar. And I guess it doesn't matter all the time. If you've taken enough damage and you get hit with the right thing, it may not matter. But usually one of the indicators is if you don't have a bar, you're in trouble. If you can't see any red, you're in extreme trouble. And look at Pennywise here. Oh, my goodness. And he's definitely had some really good high-flying moves. Really good high-flying moves. And this will be the last match until we get to the finale. That will be a three-parter. Well, it'll be a three-parter altogether. It'll be part 3, which will include our final 4 and our final. So this has been a lot of fun. It's a change of pace. It's a change from doing something else, and I know people love this genre. They love to see these guys face off because you don't get to see it in live action unless it's Freddy and Jason. Then you get to see it, but otherwise you don't. I mean, you can write as much fan fiction as you want, but you're actually seeing it here. And a 5-star match also, and Art the Clown is now just, I mean, who's going to hit the next big move? Oh my goodness, shovel strikes after shovel strikes. And Art the Clown is just getting destroyed out here. And uh-oh, wow. Wow, that was a nice move. That was a nice move, and this may do it. This may do it right here. And Art the Clown will go to the next round and will take on Michael Myers. That will be an amazing one. Oh, that will be amazing. So we got Freddy versus, is it Chucky? And then 2 trash talkers. And look at Art, he's excited. He's excited. What a goofball. But a terrible uh-oh. Ooh, he didn't like that. He didn't like me calling him a goofball. I apologize. I apologize, sir. And this is just a little preview of part 3. Freddy versus Chucky. And we're going to have Michael Myers versus Art the Clown. That will be our final 4, and then we will have the finale. It will be a little longer than the first 2 parts, but it definitely will be an awesome conclusion to this Gold Rush. I hope you all enjoyed it. I thought the first match was a killer. I thought, no pun intended. But I'll see you all later. Thank you.